Hi everyone, welcome to Reading Tarot. This is going to be the general reading for Thursday, April 19th. That's again Thursday, April 19th. As always, I'm just going to pull 3 card spread and we're going to take it from there. The reading from Wednesday was particularly interesting in that we had that energetic shift later in the day. It mostly pretty much was a product of, just taking a balanced approach to things. If you're feeling like you lack fulfillment or completion on your own, that's kind of like the thing to work on for the day, in that you need to look within, and you need to take a balanced approach to things. And again, don't give to things that aren't giving to you as you need to be remunerated, as you need to be um, replenished. So that energy shift that kind of comes along later in the day, Wednesday, I feel like it's going to help reinforce that. And it's kind of like just what you need to get you going in the right direction. There's a need to focus on making major decisions. Pretty much, I feel like this is the week of making major decisions, and that makes sense because we kicked off new cycles this week, and things have changed. And it's kind of like the overall message, to keep about you is that even when things appear the same, they really have changed. This is a new cycle, this is a new space we're in. And you know if you're focusing on how familiar things seem to be, then you're not going to get the movement you want. You need to focus on the fact that this is it's fertile ground. It's new. It's opportunity for new things. It's an opportunity to put things together in the way that you want to see them. And when things come up from the past to test you, it's just that. It's just a test. You've already taken the lesson. You've already learned what you need to learn, and so it's over. You're not compatible with those old energies. You're not compatible with those old situations. Even if you were to try and fall back into them, it wouldn't work. It doesn't resonate within you anymore, because you've kind of like you've satisfied that karma. And yeah, this is pretty much going back to what I was saying about Wednesday's reading. We kicked off an energy shift like later in the day, because everything's coming up here reversed. We got the six of coins reversed, the 8 of swords reversed, the 6 of staffs reversed, and the 4 of staffs reversed. And it feels like with all these reversals, it feels like this energy shift is kind of like this is really the opportunity for you to put some of the new things you learned to use in a new way. For those of you where old cycles or old situations like presented themselves to you again as a test, you passed the test. This is coming up here. You've passed the test. You follow what feels right to you, and instead of worrying about what feels right to other people, you've made it a priority to give to the relationships they give back to you. Because we're seeing, again, we're seeing all these sixes, the 6 of coins, the 6 of staffs. Six is about balance, harmony. And the 6 of coins tells me this is operating from a place of balance. You're operating from a place of balance now. You're not. You recognize your limitations. You're not giving more of yourself than you know you can give. Yet you're still very giving. You're still very generous. It's like you're feeling very generous, very abundant, very giving, but within reason. It's like you focus on not overextending yourself for anybody, which is good, which is healthy. But we start the day off, and with this series of reversals, like I'm normally with when everything comes up reversed, I interpret all the cards as upright. But I'm kind of getting mixed messages from these cards here. Because this Eight of Swords is reversed, but it's like and it's also coming up as the Eight of Swords reversed as opposed to the Eight of Swords upright. Where this is like, finding, from operating in balance, you realize that you're not this morning energy. I like this reversal for the morning energy because it's like this is the Eight of Swords reversed. And okay, now all right, now it's making sense. All right, so it's like for Thursday we've got two paths. It's like there are two paths for this Thursday for Thursday's energy. And it's like you can embrace this energy shift and you can operate from a place of balance. And you're going to find a lot of liberation. Or you can fight the flow and then you end up like suffering a fall from grace. It's like you get humbled in a way. Because this Eight of Swords, like what I'm getting with this Eight of Swords is like you have two options. You can realize, you can stay stuck in a jail of your own making, or you can realize that things aren't as bad as they seem and let go. Because this Eight of Swords is reversed. It's like it's coming up as either you're embracing surrender or you're feeling like you're blocked and you're feeling like you're stuck and you can't move, and it's like you feel like you need divine intervention in order to move forward, but the divine intervention is that you don't need divine intervention. It's a peculiar message, but it's like for some of you you're going to realize that you're not as stuck as you thought you were, and you're kind of letting go of that feeling, you're letting go of that thought. you know it feels like, some remnants of past cycle energy where you've always felt like you always kind of like surrendered to your lower vibration and felt stuck and felt like you couldn't move and felt like you were cursed and you felt like you were always having bad luck and all that. And some of you are gonna break free from that, but some of you aren't gonna see things like some of you are struggling to see things for what they are in this situation, and you feel stuck and you're just thinking that you are stuck. And I say that because the Six of Staffs, this was also the Six of Wands, it's coming up as like I'm feeling it as upright and reverse. And in the reverse position, it's like for those who are stuck in the upright position, the upright meaning of the Eight of Swords, which is feeling stuck. If you're feeling stuck, then you kind of move to this reverse position of the Six of Wands, the Six of Staffs, which is like a fall from grace. It's like something comes along to humble you. It's like you to knock you off that horse. Because the Six of Swords upright, this not the swords, but the Six of Staffs upright is about celebration. It's about uplift. It's about having something to be proud of. And you can't be proud of being stuck and blocked and locked off and immobile. Like you can't move, you can't do anything. There's nothing to be proud of. It's like this. It sucks. Like so, something comes along to. It's like an event happens to kind of knock you off of that pedestal. And then we move on into this four of wands, this four of staffs energy. And again, I'm also feeling like there's a there's a high vibration to way of receiving this and a lower vibration way. And so with the higher vibration way of receiving this, again, it's kind of like going back to this Eight of Swords reversed. You're not stuck. So be proud of that. Like the higher vibration way of seeing these things is like you're not stuck. Take pride, take joy in having more control over your situation than you realize. And use that to create harmony in your personal life, in your home life, and everything else you're doing. Because that's what the higher vibration way of this Thursday, receiving this Thursday, that's how it feels. You realizing you're not stuck. You have something to be proud of. Take pride in not being stuck. Take pride in having greater control over your reality, and not only accepting that, but actually doing something with it. And then you move on into this Four of Wands energy, which is happy home, new beginnings. In some ways it is a new beginning, and it's also kind of like it's setting, this realization is kind of setting you up to make a big move. You may be moving in with someone, or you may be moving away on your own, but it's like a new change. And I say some of you, it feels like you're moving away on your own, because this figure here, the second figure in the Four of Staffs, is like you don't see their face. It's like it's kind of like a faceless entity. So it's like for some of you, it's like you're moving away, you're buying a new home, you're renting a new place. It's like this is the landlord, and they're faceless because it's like it's going to be peaceful and successful. You're not going to feel the need to interact with this person very much. But for the lower vibration way of seeing things, it's like again you got the Eight of Swords, you're feeling stuck, and it takes you down. Like this defeatist mentality, it takes you down in reality. Again, something happens to set you back, and it results in the Four of Staffs being reversed, which is turmoil at home. No peace. You're not sleeping right. You're arguing. Everything seems to be going wrong at the perfect time or the imperfect time. You're not sleeping well. You're not. It's like turmoil at home, and it's also in a way it's also like it's stifling new beginnings. So I'm gonna start with the bottom of the deck again. So we've got the Six of Coins reversed, and clarifying that we've got the High Priestess, and this also confirms, you're dealing with energy shifting again, like with this energy shift that kind of started Wednesday evening. It's carrying on into Thursday because the High Priestess is following your intuition, and it also shows you. It also the High Priestess also comes up because your intuition heightens. It's like your intuition heightens when you're entering an uncertain space because you're making big changes. So this energy shift here, it's guiding us towards making bigger changes. So because it's taking us into a new space. And so moving on into this Eight of Swords, we have the Wheel. And again, this is like for the regardless of whether you resonate with the higher vibration of this reading or the lower vibration. It's like a new beginnings. Cycles are over, and some of you, you're going to receive that very easily. You're not going to be fooled by what you see. You're going to accept that things are over, no matter what they look like. Old things are over, and it's time to move on. And some of you are struggling to reconcile that. And today is going to be a setback for you if you're struggling to reconcile that, because your fortune is really, for pretty much everyone, it feels like your fortune is greater than you realize. Even if you resonate with the high vibration iteration of this reading, if you're seeing it from a higher perspective, a higher level, it's like you're still not tapping fully into all of your resources. It's like you have more than you realize, and you just don't realize, you just don't know how to use it. So it's like with freeing yourself from this Eight of Swords, you still got more learning to do. And that came up in Wednesday's reading with the Eight of Ariel, more learning. So it's like here you've got more learning to do, because this old thing is completely over. It's time to focus on the new. And you need to learn how to focus on the new. And then with this, for the Six of Staffs, we've got the Page of Gabriel. And again, for those who resonate with the higher vibration of this reading, it's like you're starting to learn how to use this energy, because the Page of Gabriel is the Page of Wands, and the way the Page of Wands appears, like in the traditional tarot deck, is a young person holding the wand, and the wand is bigger than they are. And that's kind of symbolic of this opportunity is more powerful than you realize. And that goes back into the message from the Wheel and the Eight of Swords, and also from last night. Like you're still learning how to tap into this power. You're still learning how to tap into, a lot of you are still learning how to fully co-create with the universe. That's what's coming up. So it's like there's so much you can do, but you have to just be patient with your approach and let things come to you. And if you're seeing things from a lower place, if you're feeling stuck, and something comes along to humble you, something comes along to to set you back. Again, it's like when the Page of Wands is reversed, it's like you're feeling stuck, you're feeling hopeless. But the reality is, it's just you're just not tapping into everything you have. And I'm not saying this to pile on or to blame you or to make you feel bad or anything, because you shouldn't feel bad. You're still learning. Whether no matter what version of this reading you resonate with, or even if you don't resonate with the reading at all, because it is a general reading, it's like you're still learning. You still have much to learn about this new space you're in. So be patient and go easy on yourself. You can't really say you've been here before, because you haven't. So trust that, and again, go easy on yourselves. And then with this four of staffs, which is the Four of Wands, we got the Six of Michael, which is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords came up a good bit. And it's about moving on from the past, moving on from old troubles, moving on from all that stuff. And moving into something better. And I feel like this is kind of like, even if you resonate with the lower vibration of this reading, if you've been feeling stuck and hopeless and all that stuff, this is where your real breakthrough comes from. Because the Six of Michael, the Six of Swords, it reverses. And the Six of Swords reverse is like you're going through the trouble, you're going through the torment, you're working through your burdens to get to your peace. You may feel stuck. You may feel like you're caught in a moment, like you're a victim of circumstance, whatever. But What you're really doing is, if it hits you in a lower vibration, you're working through this burden, you're working through this trouble. Things may be difficult at home, you may be feeling stuck, you may be feeling like you can't move on, but it's because you're working through this. Your vibration is still ascending, so don't feel hopeless, don't feel like you're stuck, don't feel like you're screwed because you feel like you can't move forward. You're working through that. You're working through that, and this is, even though I said today would be a setback for those of you who are operating from a lower vibration, it's in some ways it feels like a setback, but the reality of it is you're just moving on a different timetable. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. And for those of you who are really trying to move, for those of you who are trying to relocate, I mentioned relocation here with this Four of Wands, with the the Wands or the Four of Staffs. And, this is kind of like, this is confirmation here. Some of you, you're working on moving, you're working on relocating for whatever reason. If it's something that resonates within you, if it's something you're doing from the heart, it's like you're going to make major strides towards making that happen on Thursday. So, no matter how you feel going into the day, whether you're feeling hopeful or hopeless, it's still a very energetically, it's still a very productive day, and there's many chances to get something done that's going to be very special to you, and there's a lot of chances for you to have that breakthrough you need. I love this evening energy for those of you who feel stuck, because you're moving from that Eight of Swords energy where you feel stuck, you're moving to that Six of Swords reverse energy, which is like you're pushing through the turmoil. So it's like some of you feel like you can't move forward, so you're responding by, it's like you're backtracking to see, where did I go wrong? What did I leave behind? Did I forget something? Am I not doing something right? Like, what's happening here? It's like you're working back from that Eight of Swords energy, and it's like you're facing the turmoil. You're facing whatever you wanted to blind yourself to, and you're moving on past it. So again, like I said, it's very promising. No matter how this reading resonates with you, it's a really promising day for you Thursday. I've been saying, new cycles are coming. We're in a new cycle. And it's like this is the day that no matter what happens, the universe isn't going to let you regress, because you're already in this new space and you've been through so much just trying to get out of the old one, that it's like there's no way anything's going to allow you to go back. No matter how you may feel, no matter how familiar things may feel, it's just not going to happen. Okay, so that's going to be the reading for Thursday. Thanks for watching. As always, thank you for liking and subscribing and, comments, everything. I really appreciate it. Thank you again. Have a great day, you all. Bye.